Hello, my name's Ed Willer. Thought I'd share a little woodworking project with you, a simple one. You can knock out in a weekend, no problem. My wife was looking at a catalog for the Christmas season. You know how the catalogs come flooding in, and she found an ad for a cutting board, a small hors d'oeuvre cheese cutting board maybe, or use it to cut citrus or something like that. And now they did put a monogram in the middle, and they want $138 for one. And the smallest one they had, 9 by 12, was $78. And my wife asked me if I didn't have some wood, and couldn't I make them for gifts for our friends. You know how you do nice token gifts for all your close friends. And so I had some scraps in the shop, so off I went. We had to decide the size and the design, and my wife decided on a 9 by 7 board with these corners cut out. And we had tried several different things to get this corner right. My wife has a good eye. That's better than mine. And so finally I came up with an empty Gerber baby food bottle, and it was perfect. So we just put that right there on the board, marked it off, and then cut it out on the bandsaw, and then you know, sanded it out smooth. I got one of those little drum sanders on my drill press. It's the first time I've ever used it, actually, and it is a handy tool. I love it. So we got the template. This is the template for the size. So we put this on the, just mark it off, is all I did. They don't all have to be the same. Not all, nor do they have to be real precise. And then I came inside of this template and figured where I would want the router to run to put the little groove in it. And so I put a round head bit on my router. And by the way, I use this little Black & Decker for hand stuff. It's a little horse and a half. It's not real strong, but when anything turning, you know, 10,000 RPM a minute scares me. I'm an old pilot, and things shouldn't turn that fast as far as I'm concerned. And so I pucker up every time I turn a router on, I can tell you that. I do have a more powerful one in my wide table on my table saw where my big routers are riding. And I pucker up on when that one goes on for sure. So anyway, the way I did this template for the router cut, I just double stick taped it down. Be careful, don't put too many pieces of tape. I put 3 all the way across the back, and darn near couldn't get the template off the first one I cut. So I cut that down to 1 piece, and that was hard enough to get off. So we got that down, and by golly, here comes the route, just like it was in the magazine. And I hope you can see this on the camera, but it makes a nice feature for it, sort of gives it a little definition. And then here are our corners. And after I got through routing, I did a round over run on my big router. On the top, I left the bottom square. I thought that would look better. And so we got a whole stack of them. I did 9 of them. Here they are. They're ready to go for our friends. I hope they like them. Oh, also, one other thing I'll tell you. I finished them with, this is General Finishes salad bowl finish I got at the woodworking shop. And it's supposed to be non-toxic. When it dries, that's what it says, I hope. It's supposed to be FDA approved. But then it's pretty toxic when you're putting it on. There are all sorts of warnings about opening windows and not breathing fumes. But it does get a nice finish on it, and it brings out the grain very nicely. And some of these are really pretty boards. I was very pleased with the way they turned out. So there's a little idea for you, weekend project, and for a little trick around the house. And if you'd like a copy of the templates, I'll send you the diagram if you want me to. Email me at edwiller, one word, edwiller.com. That's my real estate website. I'd be glad to pop one in the mail to you, in the email. So, happy sawdust. We'll talk to you later.